you said, beat those teams. Yeah, that's about it.
Yes.
Akshita wanted to know if you have any alumni for your team. Maybe they graduated already, and how have they helped you?
They're especially helpful like in the beginning of the season. So during the beginning of the season, when we're just getting like wind of like what the challenge is and we're prototyping for what our robot will be, we'll usually have like a design review. And in that design review, we'll have like one coach like who's like kind of like almost like just like a very like notable figure in like FTC in general, and then like some people who like are alumni of like our FTC team. So some maybe like 2 or 3 will join, and so they'll just help us. They'll basically just give us feedback onto what our prototype is and how we can improve what our robot will be like.
We don't have alumni yet. We're gonna be the alumni.
We have alumni.
We don't.
Oh, but like
We do. We have one alumni. We have one alumni. Sorry.
But, like there'll be more alumni, but since we have like so many teams at our school, there are like alumni from like other teams, like sister teams, so like they'll come and like help us.
We
be
have
like
a big alumni fan.
Yeah, and especially since we have multiple teams, and our other team that was here before us has a lot of alumni too. Since we work together like in the same room, in the same space, a lot of times when it comes to our design review, we kind of share alumni, and then they all come to like tell us about our robot design, and then like talk to us about it, especially since they've been like literally in the same exact environment that we are in. So then they give us like some advice about our robot and the season, since they know us and they know like how the competition works here.
Lauren wants to know, what's the power source for the robots?
So it's like a battery. There's different types of batteries that you can use usually, but it's usually like that. Yeah, you can go grab it.
We'll get it.
There's 2 different batteries and they connect by the same wire, but it's just the connector at the end is different. And we use this battery, which is like this, and it just connects by wires to our robot power switch, and the power switch connects to our different hubs. We have like a control hub and an expansion hub, which is where we connect our wires to for our motors. And then the motors connect to the wheels and all our other mechanisms. So, but it's mostly based on this main power source.
Oh, we do have a social media. Follow so I don't like our Instagram account. I'm pretty sure it's 16795 Galaxy. We might type that in the chat.
That's not it. No.
Yeah, you can put them in the chat.
It's just Galaxy Robotics. Yeah. My bad. Galaxy Robotics.
Oh, it is. Oops. Yeah, we'll put it in the chat. We also have a website.
Yes.
Where's everyone?
I think it's just gallerobotics.org if you want to check out our website.
You just look up Galaxy
Robotics.
Galaxy Robotics on just on Google. Well, I think we're like one of the first links.
So just for our Instagram handle, I apologize. I got the Instagram handle wrong, but it's just Galaxy Robotics for Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah.
And do you manage all of that yourselves also?
Yes.
We usually have like specific people that handle it.
Yeah.
And like sort of how we mentioned sub teams, a lot of our sub teams, even though they are kind of like you have a one designated person, a lot of them overlap. Like even if you're on programming, you're probably doing outreach. Everyone's doing outreach. And if you're on business, you might do social media. If you're on like drivers, you still might do like some building. You still might do some social media too. So it is important to have that one person, but also like to not be stuck within the rigid structure.
And we know you advanced far in the competition, but we wanted to know, were there any awards you won?
Yeah.
So what does it come with when you go that far?
We get a cool trophy.
Yeah.
She's gonna go get them right now.
Oh, yeah.
We won
the
Inspire third place
award.
Inspire Award, which is basically just saying you did well all around, I think.
It's like, and especially it's like inspiring other communities like in our area. Since we did outreach with like we were also reaching out to some like local elementary schools, and we were planning events within our school. So we got Inspire third place at our regionals competition, which is how we advanced No, we're at our qualifiers competition, which is how we advance to regionals.
Yeah. Our other we don't know where other trophies are, but we have these two trophies. This one is essentially for our strategy and innovation. So the cool thing about FTC and just like FIRST robotics in general is that it's not just about how many points you score at the robotics competition, but then like how you're doing in terms of connecting with other communities, your innovation, your design, your engineering portfolio, all these different things that make you a good team. And if you're a well-rounded team in that regard, you're able to win higher ranked awards like the Inspire Award.
Yeah, so you might think that like the highest thing you can do is win the whole competition, but the highest thing you can do is actually win the Inspire first place, because those have, especially since FIRST emphasizes gracious professionalism, they also emphasize like reaching out to communities and reaching out to places like that need STEM resources, since like FIRST already focuses on reaching like communities for them to learn about STEM. What they emphasize the most is like to inspire communities around you and to reach out to them. So like rankings usually to advance, like the highest ones is like Inspire Awards, and then it goes to like who won the competition, like the big semifinals. Yeah.
So is hosting this workshop today part of your Inspire goals?
Yeah, I would say so. Our competition's technically done, so it isn't gonna go on our like portfolio or anything, but it was definitely part of like the idea that FIRST gave us to like inspire communities around us. This is definitely part of that.
And Sam says you sound so happy learning about robotics and competing. So what would be the very first step to sign up?
So to sign up, you can like go to the FIRST website, and then you could find to join the team. Usually you have to make an account. So like if you're under 13, I believe, you have to have like a parent make it for you, and then based on there you can find 15, I think. Based on there you can find teams to join, and sometimes they have application processes. And also, like how I said earlier, if you go online and just try to find teams, usually on social media, you can find like either community teams that are like recruiting, or if you want to start a school team, you could always reach out to like just a teacher. We have our computer science teacher helps us run our program. You could just reach out to like any teacher that might be interested and willing to put in the time commitment for the meets, and then you can make a team like that.
And are you recruiting new members by any chance?
We are, but it's we're an all girls team, so yeah.
But there are other amazing teams.
There are other amazing teams, yes.
Yeah.
So
sorry. Yeah, we're mostly for like our school.
Yeah, we're also mostly, since we're a school team, and based on how our school funding specifically works with our school, we just usually accept people from our middle school team and then bring them in, or other people in our high school team. Yeah, but
and you're at an all-girls school, right?
Yeah. We're at the all public girls STEM school.
Okay. We also have another team presenting on Thursday, another high school competitive robotics team.
Yeah, there are
sister team.
We share a room.
But you share a room with them, right? So if you're interested in this session, you might be interested in joining the Thursday session as well to hear from another competitive robotics team. Yeah. Oh, good. Sure you will. That's wonderful. Okay. So another question was, your middle school team, is it FLL? What is FLL for those that don't know?
So FIRST Lego League.
Yeah.
So it's just like a smaller scale of robotics. So I know for the FLL, they have like this big board, and they usually make little robots, probably like 6 inches by 6 inches.
Yeah, they can fit in your hand.
Yeah, little robots that travel along this path, and I think there's different obstacles on the path. So the students have to code the robot and build it so it can overcome those obstacles. Yeah. But I know it's not the big scale that FTC is. It is just smaller.
It is mostly like Lego based. It's especially great if you're like in elementary and middle school and you like really need that first introduction. You're not willing to like commit to FTC yet. It's definitely great to get an introduction, especially to the community, because FLL is still under FIRST.
And then I know they also have competitions.
Yeah, they
too.
also have competitions.
So you do get an insight and intro to doing like real competitions with other teams. They're just not as large.
Yeah. And then I believe their whole gameplay is fully autonomous.
Yeah. Yes. So they have to code that all on their own. They also have a mentor, and their team size is probably the same as ours. And they do sort of
it's a similar
Mm-hmm.
And so they wanted a follow up to that. How far did your FLL team make it this season?
So our FLL team did really good this year. They didn't end up making it to regionals, but at their qualifier competition, they did really well and they ranked really high. And they won an award. I don't remember which one it is, but I remember it was really amazing.
Okay, we have a few more minutes here for any more questions. You can also open your mic if you feel comfortable or put it in the chat. Yeah, oh good. You received the email about joining Thursday to hear from another competitive robotics team, yeah.
And then I guess while we wait for questions, I guess each of us could kind of go over what was like what made us want to join like an FTC team.
Yes, please.
Okay, I can go first. So I joined the second year of high school, so I was able to see like my friends participate in robotics. I mean, I saw Kira participate in robotics, and that really inspired me to join, to see how much fun they were having, and it seemed like a very collaborative environment that I would want to be part of. So that was kind of what made me join.
I joined just because like I think it's like really interesting to like create and like innovate and like have that challenge every single season to do that, and then working with like other people to overcome those obstacles is like something that's really amusing to me. And then also having that like little nudge from someone to be like, hey, you should really do this, and like her inviting me to like play with the robot. I thought that was really interesting, and so that is what got me to join.
I've always known that I wanted to do something in computer science. I'm going to college. I do plan on majoring in computer science, and I knew that I wanted to branch out. I mean, robotics isn't entirely robotics. I mean, isn't entirely computer science. There's mechanical engineering. There's a lot. I just wanted to sort of branch out by joining robotics and see what I could learn.
Yeah, our school also does like Pi Day celebrations, and the robotics team always presents there. So that's how I found out about it, and I just like see them driving around the robot, and it looked really cool, and so I wanted to join. I just thought like creating something with like a group of people would be really fun, and it is.
Yeah, I joined 2 years ago. Yes, and then I wanted to join mostly because I was already interested in robotics. I like switched schools here in 10th grade, so 3 years ago. And then the main thing what I wanted to do was robotics, but at the time the elective was full. So then I had to wait another year to do robotics. But I think robotics in general just really interested in me because I'm also going into computer science. So I wanted to like have that time in order to really explore it before I actually committed to doing it in college, which was amazing. So yeah.
You do have a question about college. It's, would you recommend doing a double major when you go to college? May not know yet, that's future planning, but the double major would be both math and computer science.
The nice thing about math and computer science is that they overlap. So you're going to be seeing those subjects complementing each other a lot. But I know that's like something that people do in general, like double majoring. Mm-hmm. For our team, in general, we all want to do something in the STEM field. And I know the STEM like inherently involves computer science and math. So you're going to see that as well. I want to major in computer science.
Yeah, I'm doing computer engineering and computer science.
I'm doing environmental engineering.
I'm doing computer science.
And then I'm doing chemical engineering.
Yeah.
So all you can, like, as you can see, that involves like a lot of, just STEM and engineering in general. So you're going to be seeing math and computer science just involved in those subjects. So of course you can double major in them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since we're not in college yet, we don't have any experience with units or stuff. But I think if it's something you're willing to commit to and you're really passionate about both math and computer science, then definitely go for it. I know I chose computer engineering and computer science like together as joint major because I wanted to have both that computer engineering and computer science side of it. So I completely understand wanting like two sides of something. So in that case, I would definitely recommend it. I don't know how it would be to be a double major, but if it's something you're willing to do, I'd say to go for it.
I mean, they obviously, both of them overlap, as we said previously. I actually went on a college tour last week, and the guy that was leading the tour was a computer science major, and he had mentioned that he also had a minor in math just because he had already taken the units required. And there, I mean, he would able to get like that extra, just an extra, like, what is it? Like to minor, the degree.
Yeah.
Just since he had already taken those math courses. And I mean, if you are really interested in math and computer science, I mean, I am for sure, then yeah, you might, I mean, it would be smart to do the double major. Yeah. But as long as you are up for that work, I would say don't, I mean, you wouldn't want to overdo it, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
We do have a few more minutes here. I'm going to put a feedback survey in the chat. It's a link where you can give us your comments about this session and other sessions you might like to have in the future. This is a yearly event, so we'll host Robotics Week every year. It's a national event, so you may find out about other organizations hosting things as well. But feel free to keep your questions going for a few more minutes while we wrap up. Yeah, there's schools that offer a blended major.
Yeah. So you'll definitely see that at UC Berkeley having the electrical engineering and computer science major. So yeah.
I think especially if you're thinking about college, it's important to keep in fact which schools have your major. I know like I'm going to be going to USC like in the fall, and then I specifically chose it because of the computer engineering, computer science major that other schools didn't have.
A lot of schools have like interdisciplinary, like they'll have like computer science plus blank, just because of how prominent computer science is in today's world. That I mean, our school used to tell us a lot that just getting a minor in computer science is super helpful, because I mean, if you're an artist, you could be doing digital art. If you're, what else?
Just like in medicine, so like computer science is
exactly.
truly everywhere. So like it's like definitely the future. So if you want to just like get those foundational skills, it's really, really important to do that, because you're going to be seeing it everywhere basically.
You're getting a lot of love in the chat. You're great. So I think we all want to thank you so much for your time and for sharing your stories and all your effort. Well, we can't give you our personal information, but it's very nice of you to tell us that you want to join the team and that you'd love to get to know us more. But feel free to fill out the form that I put in the chat. And if you have more questions, I can send them to the presenters if you put them on that feedback survey form. Yeah.
And then if you're like really interested and you find us on Instagram, we'd be willing to like answer any questions you may have there.
Yeah, you can DM us.
Great. That's a wonderful offer. Thank you. Okay, well, if there aren't any more questions, then we'll wrap it up for today. And you might be joining us for our session later today. We have one on USC students who investigate toxic algae. So they go with their robots into lakes and to help find algae. You might be interested in that one later today or the rest of the week. Oh, thank you. You're getting lots of claps in the chat. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And wishing you a great rest of Robotics Week.
Thank you
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.